are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the London Black Knights. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. Two unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But two teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. On third down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Harris running straight ahead. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Damian Harris. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And they'll begin by running the option. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Black Knights have got it back to within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On third down, here's Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here's Lawrence. That would complete downfield to Kirk. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Lawrence will throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Trey McBride, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these 2 teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's one of of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He stopped at his tracks by Ahmad Gardner.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
Open man is Myers. Shifts by him.
He's got room past the 30. Down the left sideline. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Harris on the draw. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down.
They'll roll him out right. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones,
34 yards.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll look to throw again. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it, taking it right down Broadway. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they say to each other, you never say never, right?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Damian Harris, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
That's complete to Tony.
Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Black Knights are able to at least get one score back. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run again with Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Harris diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going to try and throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 42 yards. And the Black Knights are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They run again with Harris.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll try the right side with Harris.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trey McBride, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season. What a heck of... He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 74 yards. And the Black Knights get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. McBride on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A give to Williams, running right. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Jacoby Myers from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy.
And touchdown! Kyle Pitts, 40 yards. And the Black Knights are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
Maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 38, Lawrence. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Just like that. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Up the middle, it's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you war, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba.